Rachael Ray Double R doing some double M's. Woo! Food that you can make so quick it will free you up for more free time in your life. Look at that crispy skin. Delish. Ooh, that smells amazing. Boom! Nailed it! Hey guys, Double R here. Today is an impossibly good burger night. Instead of using ground sirloin, we are using plant-based meat. We're actually gonna start these. I call them kind of bullseye burgers when I do this trick, and I make them with a bunch of different sauces. But the bullseye is not red, it's actually brown. What I do is I cook off big slabs of Vidalia or Maui or red onions. We have Vidalia today because they're still in season. End of the season, but they're still here. And I anchor them with a giant toothpick. And I just use that toothpick to kind of help me keep them together in the pan so they'll fit on top of the burger. So we're going to take a little canola oil. The pan is only, believe it or not, my pan is only, oh my God, on medium. It's crazy how hot my stove is. I know, your stove is not gonna be this hot. We get that going, season it with a little salt and pepper. And when we flip them, when they char on the first side and the sugar turns brown, we add a little bit of water to the pan and it forces them to cook really quickly through. So let's move on to the plant-based meat. Each package is 12 ounces, by the way. So we're making 6-ounce super thin patties, cook them over moderate heat, and you'll find they really get a beautiful reddish brown color. They get nice and crispy on the outside. They are fabulous. Great, just wash up real quick. And let's season these guys up. A little salt and pepper. Why does everybody season from way up here? It's not a style thing, okay? This isn't like the cool kid, like, magic salt wave. It's literally so you can see where the salt is going, so you don't have a big blob of salt over here and not enough salt over there. Just for even seasoning. It became a thing, you know, when a couple people did it with a lot of flourish and style. Did you add water in?
Oops.
Yeah, you forgot that part, right?
Well, I added oil, so figure you said add oil. You said add fat.
Can you, and I said add a splash of water when you flip them. It's okay, just hand me a cup of any kind. Any vessel that holds water. Anything, give me a dish.
Here.
My God. So I have a faucet that's literally attached to my stove so I can add water to anything. But Dave, the guy holding the other camera, hates it when I pull the faucet out. So now I've been doing this for so long that I don't think I have one anymore. It's like out of my mind. It's gone. I don't have a faucet attached to my stove anymore. All right, so we're gonna let that water evaporate, and that's how we cook the onions a little bit quicker. Let's get the corn going. So we're gonna serve a little corn on the side here, and I'm gonna char it up in a pan. It's still corn season here, so I'm gonna scrape the corn off the cob and get it going. Oh, our onions. Let's check on them. Water is gone, so the onions can come out. Hey, buddy, come on over, hang out with your friends. So this will turn the heat down, because I have a crazy stove. Add a little more oil. Add our impossible. Season side down. All right. Back to the ranch. Scraping our corn. And a nice big flat bottom bowl. To use a bowl that has a rounded surface to the bottom, another trick is to invert a smaller bowl inside that bowl, and it'll help you stabilize the ears of corn as you scrape them down. Cool. Onion. And some green beans. These are tricolor, gorgeous, just bite size or smaller. I'm kind of a bias. We're gonna serve them tender crisp. Just throw them in with the corn. Come on, buddy. We'll continue on when we come back. All right, here we go. Honey, are you making a cocktail with this? Did
I am indeed.
I see you got quite a setup over there.
Yeah,
What's that weird contraption?
It's called the smoking gun. It's basically a little cold smoker, but you're making a burger that smells kind of smoky, and I think you're using smoky blue cheese, so why not smoke up my cocktail?
When you flip your patties, guys, you can add cheese or not add cheese. You're gonna have blue cheese dressing on it. But John loves cheese on these burgers as well as the blue cheese dressing. So I'm adding a slice each of Swiss and American. I'm not gonna keep one extra slice of cheese, whatever. That person gets lucky, they have extra. Now, if you want heat in your dish, leave the seeds in your chilies when you slice them. If you want less heat, seed them. The heat in chilies lives in the guts, not in the chili itself. So now we're gonna take this hot mess and put it in this back skillet. We're gonna dry fry it with a little bit of oil. That's what dry fry means, not a ton of oil. Stand back. Let that char up. The sugar in the corn will make that develop really quickly. And the burgers at this point are done. And hello, they're plant-based. So, okay. Dressing. I'm gonna add blue cheese to your base, which as I said is sour cream or yogurt with a little splash of buttermilk. It's a little bit of hot sauce. And a little Worcestershire. And a lot of blue cheese and a little squirt of lemon. Go, baby, go.
Okay, so I've chilled my glass. You always mix it an old-fashioned right in the rocks glass.
Wait,
So-
you have to stop everything.
What happened?
Because this is hilarious.
That's good.
This is why. Here's the super funny part. These were like pure white, and I thought they looked really like a little off because they were so soft and fluffy white. I put them in the oven after I turned it on. The oven's off. The oven is totally off. There's no lights on there. Where's bread? And an oven that's not even on. I do. Okay.
Does that pan need a flippy flip?
Yes, you want to go flip the pan? John hates it when I flip the pan. He wants to flip the pan every single time.
Jeez. Oh man, that food's hot.
Here.
Thank you.
Whew. It's not as hot as the buns.
Here.
Thank you.
Should I make this cocktail?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, so I'm making a maple old fashioned, which I'm going to make a little smoky, totally optional.
Not as smoky as the buns.
Because I got this little smoky device thing here. Anyway, chilled my rocks glass. An old fashioned is, back in the 1800s, a cocktail was only one thing. It was a spirit of any kind, bitters, and sugar. So later on, after the 1800s, people would order an old fashioned cocktail, which would mean that very recipe. And it's typically made with bourbon. And you build it right in the glass. These are our friends from Springbrook. They're right around the corner in like Queensbury or something, right, hon?
I think they're between here and Vermont. They're not far. They're
Adirondack.
literally local.
Anyway, they make great spirits. This is their bourbon. So I've chilled my glass, gonna add about 2 ounces of bourbon. And then for a normal old-fashioned, you'd add a sugar cube, but we're doing maple syrup, so I'm gonna add a little bit of local maple syrup in there. And then Angostura bitters. You always have to add that, 2 dashes. Make sure you get it all over the counter. I'm gonna stir that up a little bit. And now I'm gonna do this, again, totally optional thing. Got this little device that cold smokes. Basically, it's got a little fan in it. So you just light, there's these little mini wood chips. So look, all that smoke coming out. So I'm gonna smoke this drink up. And then I'm going to put a little lid on it. Look, it's like a Kiss concert or something. So I'm gonna let that kind of steep and get a little smoky. And we'll play a little elevator music while we're standing by. All right, smoky enough. Now we are going to add ice. Oh, I love that smoke, it's so fun. Stir that to chill. This is one thing Rachel does not like. It's brown liquor drinks.
Yeah, it's just not my
So
thing.
that's why I'm
I
only
grew up
making
with
one.
it.
We're gonna add a cherry, just because it looks pretty. And then a classic garnish for an old-fashioned is an orange twist. Just take your veggie peeler, twist it over the glass, drop it in. There's your smoky maple old-fashioned.
Yay! It looks beautiful, honey.
Thank you.
So to our charred corn and green beans, I am going to add a little lime juice at the end and a little bit of butter at the end and some tomato. Just a dab of butter on that sweet charred corn, be lovely. And get a little tang out of the lime in our warm salad. A little hot sauce over here too. Thank goodness I had Big Marty's left over from yesterday. Or there'd be no rolls. Some big, beautiful slabs of tomato for our burgers. Actually, this one is so pretty. It's green and red. Let's just take him and add him to our salad. Because he's green and red and he brings all the color together. We'll just coarse chop him. throw them in there. Oh my goodness gracious. This tomato is literally melting underneath the knife. Just melting away. It's so perfect. Okay. Well, skip this guy. All right, throw these big, beautiful, sweet pieces in there. Oh, golly. Golly, golly, golly. Honey, you want to do your flippy thing?
Okay.
All right. I won't do it for you. I'll let you get in there. Let me turn this off. There you go. Have fun. Good job. Good job. That makes you so happy, doesn't it?
It's a lot of fun.
I don't need the silver tray. Could put that down on the bottom there, underneath the other bigger ones.
Nothing's down here, so. Hey, put that anywhere.
Yep, there's stuff down there. He just doesn't choose to look. I tried. And hand me the thing with all the toothpicks. Thank you for being left over from yesterday. Normally, I serve these burgers on toasted brioche buns. Not today. Okie dokie. So now we're going to take another tomato. Okay. And we're gonna start with our pickles. Every bite of any sandwich, burger or otherwise, should be the same as every other bite or the next bite. So when you're stacking your burgers, think about that. You don't want one pickle in the middle of the burger. You want a bite of pickle in every bite of the burger. Okay. Then we're going to take our lettuce. I put a ton of blue cheese, by the way, in that dressing. It's got chunks that look like icebergs. You're not getting that at a grocery store or out of a bottle, let me just say. Also, I got that blue cheese. It's smoked blue cheese from Oscar's in Warrensburg, where I've been going since I was literally a child. It's a fifth generation family business. Oscar's Smokehouse in Warrensburg, New York. And it is literally a pilgrimage place for me. Like, there have been times where I would come home from weeks and weeks of work on the road or in New York City, and literally I would go to Oscar's before I would go to my own house. Like, that's how big of a deal it is here. So now we're gonna take our Impossible Burgers, and they ship, by the way, and they make amazing smoked lamb, ham, chickens, turkey, everything.
And they're
fantastic.
Yankee
And it's the
fans.
best, and they're Yankee fans, which John appreciates. And they make the best bacon I've ever had in my entire life. And when we come back, we'll pull this whole beautiful meal together. I mean, look how gorgeous these patties are, seriously. I'm telling you, even if you're the biggest meat eater in the world, you really have to try some of the plant-based products that are out there, and you decide for yourself. I mean, for the two of us, John and I love Impossible. And as I told you, John really thought that these were the sirloin burgers when I put them head to head with sirloin. They are flavorful, delicious, certainly nutritious, and they're really good for the planet. Then we put our charred sweet onions on top and a lot of super chunky dressing. Like, look at the size of the dressing. It's thicker than the burger. You're not gonna hate me when you take a bite of this, I'm telling you. It's a lot of blue cheese. Come on, you're having all that protein and plant material. Feel good about the mountains of blue cheese on top. Okay, put the lids on, and let's get some picks in the burgers so they can be cut in half. It'll make it a little easier to negotiate them. Hon, can you please help me over here and just grab these picks, put them back? Put the tomato, I just want to make it nice so they can see everything. Just put the tomato on the sideboard. I'll get it in a sec. Put the picks back. Here's the picks. These are done. Just take the stuff that's done, leave it down there. I just want them to see one pretty shot of this. There. Okay. Corn. Warm corn salad. There you go. It's impossibly true. Those burgers will change your mind if you've never had a plant-based meat product before. Enjoy.